Hey, hello everybody. How's it going?
Well, I was like a few minutes late, so that's why we were a few minutes late. But better late than never. So I am happy to be here and ready for Christmas. Honestly, like it can't get here soon enough.
Are you all done? You got all the like shopping done, all that kind of stuff?
Oh, I was done like December 1st. So,
Wow. You're one of those people.
yeah.
Okay.
I had everything ordered like the day after Thanksgiving, and everything was here like within that week. So I've been ready.
Nice. Nice. I wish I could say the same. Yeah, no. I've always been one of those last minute people, usually even on Christmas Eve, but it is what it is.
Pulling up like Badel last week, where he was like, "Yeah, I gotta go Christmas shopping this week, this weekend,
Exactly.
get everyone's gifts." Did you get that done, Badel?
Yes, we did. For the most part, we did kind of like a half Christmas yesterday morning because I had my kids and trying to figure out the schedule for the other kids.
Yep.
Okay.
For Christmas and Christmas Eve, I was like, I don't even know if I'm going to have them on Christmas Eve or I'm going to have them on Christmas. So we kind of did like half of it now and half of it later when I get them next, because I don't think I'm going to get them on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day.
Aw.
Well, it's just, I don't have a family that I can take them to. My girlfriend does, but they actually have like grandparents and stuff on the mom's side. And I'm like, look, if you want them for the holidays, that's fine. We can work something out. So maybe I'll have them this weekend and they can get like the other half of the presents.
Nice.
But we got them like some like unicorn Nerf style kind of guns or shooters.
Oh, from Fortnite?
No, it's not technically a Nerf gun, but it looks a lot like a Nerf gun. I forgot the name of it, but it's kind of like a cheap Nerf gun.
Knockoff?
Yeah, but you know what? All three kids
it's Nerf
had fun with it.
Badel, it's Nerf or nothing. Come on. It's literally their slogan.
Yeah.
Well, funny. I mean, we got these on sale. They were like $6 and something each.
Okay. Well, you can't beat that.
Kids. A Nerf gun that I wanted was like $25 each times 3. And I'm like, you know what? $20 versus $80.
Yeah, no, Nerf guns are expensive, no doubt.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt. So what do you say? We'll give a quick shout out to everybody in the chat. We got people still piling in. Welcome everybody. Appreciate you being here. I think this is going to be the last HODL the Line episode of 2025. I don't think we're going to be here next week, or if we are, let's put it this way, we don't know yet. So there you go.
I won't be here, that's for sure.
Well, then there you go. I'm okay with taking the week off, to be quite frank. But all right, let's shout some people out here. We got Chris Klein in the house, as always. And see, he's got this square right there. Smash that like, crack it up. Appreciate everybody. And
appreciate it.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's see. And Lad's in the house. Lad, appreciate you being here. Thank you very much, sir. XM Textile, appreciate you. Welcome. Let's see. Chris is saying, hey guys, making homemade chicken noodle soup.
That sounds nice.
Sounds good right now. He says, so I'll be popping in and out. Hey man, appreciate you coming on in, smashing that like button, all that kind of good stuff. Thanks, man. And Adam Simpson in the house. Yes.
Hey, Chris, real quick. Chris, is that because somebody is sick, starting to feel sick, or just for the enjoyment?
It's that time of year, Badel. That's probably why.
Yeah, it is that time of year.
Yeah, but I mean, chicken noodle soup is also good for people that are sick or starting to get sick or trying to recover from being sick.
That is true.
I mean, to me personally, I like chili in the wintertime. But, I mean, chicken noodle soup, you can't go wrong with that any time of the year either. So,
damn,
I'm a stew guy in the winter, so I love like a good roast and some potatoes and some veggies. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love beef stew.
Well,
So much
he
talk
said
about
it is.
food.
He said it's just that time of
Oh,
year.
sorry. There you go. There you go. I'm glad. There you go.
Called it.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Oh shit, that's funny. All right. Well, BC, you're going to do most of the driving today. I don't know if you want to give everybody the information about the giveaway now, or you want to save that till later. You decide.
We
Sure.
might as well just do it now. Go ahead,
Okay.
throw that up on the screen for them. We'll be doing an ounce of silver giveaway. And if you put XAG in the chat, I will get you entered, put you on the list for that drawing. We will do that near the end of the show. And then I don't know if were we going to do the other one or not?
That's up to you. I think we stick with the silver. That's my thing. My opinion.
So that's fine with me. Let's see. We got Lad in there.
There you go. Wait, did it get here? Let's throw that back up there. XAG, folks. XAG, the ticker symbol for silver.
Yep, ticker symbol for silver. Throw that in the chat, and we will get you entered for that ounce of silver giveaway. And then we definitely have some hard hitting news to go over this week. You know, a little bit about banking, a little bit about a potential IPO, and along with that IPO, what SpaceX might want to do in 2026. And we also got maybe a recession coming near you. So
coming to a house near you. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Or a state or whatever. It might be
wherever. Right.
countrywide.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Some states, according to the data, are already in recessions. So we'll just have to see. Badel saying that one's mine.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's quite a few that are actually in that recessionary already. And we got Adam Simpson entering on that. So I will get you on the list.
And he's not wrong either. As he's saying that I've got the giveaway tool, just so you know, pulling it up in the background, BC, unless you want to use like a spinning wheel. That's up to you.
Oh, I got the spinning wheel pull up in the background.
All right. Okay. All right. And I mean, new all-time highs on gold, new all-time highs on silver. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And David Brumbelow in the house. We're in a recession already. Yeah, facts, man.
I mean, it also depends. So like countrywide, kind of, but like states are a little bit different. So some states are in recession, some aren't. And we'll dive into it a little more when we actually get to it. But which article should we start with today? Should we go with the JPMorgan first and then go into the rest of it? Because I feel that's a better segue.
I agree.
Oh, all right. Well, let's share my screen. We don't need to share any audio. So there we go. Got that one all pulled up. JPMorgan rolling out a tokenized money fund on Ethereum blockchain. So JPMorgan, the asset management arm, launched a tokenized money market fund on Ethereum's blockchain amid growing interest in blockchain-based finance offerings. The new on-chain net yield fund is JPMorgan's first tokenized money market fund. It is said highlighting how big traditional banks are moving deeper into the asset tokenization arena, including Goldman Sachs and Citigroup. The launch of Money reflects the industry's growing shift toward tokenization of assets on public networks. As demand for tokenized assets grows, tokenized money market funds can help meet investor needs while introducing new features enabled by blockchain technology, said JPMorgan. Powered by Kinsey's digital asset, JPMorgan's multi-chain asset tokenization solution, Money is a 506c private placement fund providing qualified investors the opportunity to earn US dollar yields by subscribing through Morgan Money. And, this is just that next big push of the TradFi system into the crypto space. I was surprised that they decided to go with a money market fund. That's not what you would typically see.
Right.
But it does bring up a valid point where now this gives people that are not in the US the ability to get in on a more, safe tokenized asset. And it really pushes out that US dollar strength since, like they said, it's going to be paying people yields in USDC.
Yep. I listen, you're right. It's the move. It's the move that everything is going to at this point. And I think this whole JPMorgan thing highlights, like you said, the fact that they're going to expand it into everything. It's gonna be a tokenization of a lot more things than you or may have been originally discussed when they talked about tokenization of real world assets. In my humble opinion. What do you think? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, BC. Sorry about that.
Oh no, I was gonna say this is definitely not the first thing that I thought they would tokenize. Honestly.
Yep. Well, what did you said that. What did you think the first thing was that they were going to tokenize?
JPMorgan, I would have thought that they would have been more along the lines of like not a money market fund, but more like their stock.
Okay.
So actually,
well, I mean, they kind of do have the JPM coin already. You know what I mean? So I get it though. I get what you're saying. Yeah. Use it as the prototype, if you would. Use our stock. Yeah. I could see that. Okay, fair enough. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot there, but I was interested to see what your thought process was with regard to that. So.
Well, it's like if you want to really push yourself into crypto technology, you might as well put your stock out there,
Yep.
But
I agree with you. I agree.
What were you asking, Badel?
Well, I was asking him what he thought there.
I was going back and reading because I got preoccupied, unfortunately, so I didn't hear everything. But in reading that, it's saying that allowing qualified investors to yield while holding the token on the blockchain. So what's a qualified investor then?
I'm assuming it's going to be someone that's on a legitimate, like one of their legitimized crypto exchanges. So they're going to have certain offerings with certain exchanges. If you are, like, say, a verified user of that exchange, you'll probably end up getting the yield. They haven't fully disclosed all of that just yet. This is brand new, but I would assume that's it. So it's like if you have KYC'd with Coinbase and you buy their token, then you'd get yield.
Yeah, because at first I thought, because I kind of missed most of it, but at first I was like, oh, if you just have a bank account with them, then your interest goes into USDC, with your savings account with fiat money. But I'm like, well, then do they have a crypto wallet for you to put that in? Or do you have to go somewhere else and use that? But obviously that's not the case.
Well, so it's tokenized. So it's all crypto and it's separate of actually JPMorgan. This is JPMorgan releasing one of their money market funds on the blockchain. So something that normally a traditional investor that has a JPMorgan account would be able to buy.
Now, do you think it's going to mean they're going to have to be accredited investors?
I doubt it, but we'll see how far they really push it. Because, this is just them announcing that they're going to be doing it.
Yeah, so, fair enough.
We will have to see what the breakdown is, because I'm sure there's going to be lot of legal things that they're going to have to get involved with.
No doubt.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
So,
and that's why I asked about the accredited investor thing. Although I did hear something about they're trying to change that whole accredited investor thing to where you can just take a test, and if you pass, is that like in the works? That I caught it in passing. Do you know anything more about that?
See, there's been a lot of talks about rule changes, things like they're changing the rules on day trading, lowering like the cost of entry on it, things like that. We'll kind of have to keep our eyes on it because they haven't actually passed anything just yet. It's kind of hard as like things are in a transition period. You know, you get Gary Gensler out of the SEC, and now you've got crypto friendly people in there. But like, there's a lot of legwork that's having to be done now, especially since the SEC was a completely anti-crypto, government entity, and now they're completely 180 pivoting. So they're having to do away with all the old rules that they had and things like that. And the other part of that is not all crypto falls under the SEC, and there's there's that other I can't remember what the
CFTC.
Yeah. So brand new, and they're having to start from scratch. They're not even taking what the SEC was on crypto. So a lot of legwork to be done.
And we're not going to see any of that outline, I think, until we get that crypto bill passed. That's why I'm like, why does this thing keep coming off the screen? And it's because I forgot to shut the timer off on it. And never mind. I'm like, why does this thing keep going off? There we go. I'm going to put this back up because I think we need to tell more people, because we had some new people jump in, and I think we've only got like 2 entries here at this point. So,
go ahead,
BC, lay it out there for peeps.
If you throw XAG in the chat, we will get you entered for an ounce of silver giveaway. We will draw closer to the end of the show. So XAG, ticker for silver, in the chat, and we will get you entered.
Excellent. What do you think? Good point to pivot, I think, into the next piece of information. Don't you agree?
Yep. Let me get David Rumblebee on there, and mining stocks.
Yep, mining stocks. Excellent. Yeah, BC is going to use the spinning wheel. I had brought up the other one, but either way, we're doing it tonight, baby. And somebody's going to walk away with some silver. Thank you to BC PortCorp.
No problem. It's what, hey, I've been wanting to do this for a while. I mean, there's Badel's. I told him he was the winner of the last ounce of silver I gave away, and he's up considerably on that.
Yes, he is. New all-time highs on silver.
I can't guarantee that it'll be the exact coin, but this is what I won from BC last time he did the giveaway. So.
Yeah, let's do that, and let's see if I can get it right this time. How about that? Nope, I screwed it up again. Dag nabbit.
There we go.
Dag nabbit. Nice.
Trying to get it so people can read it, but
yeah, well, I mean, they got the idea. They got the idea.
It's hard with a protective film. I mean, I could just take it out, but why?
There's no reason to.
Hey, Techman just joined in. Techman, if you want in on this giveaway, you got to get XAG into the chat. And Merry Christmas to you, sir. Appreciate you. And it's a beauty, Badel. There you go.
Hey, it's all thanks to
the other way. The other way.
Yep. Just swap us real quick.
Well, I can't. I won't let it go. There you go.
I mirrored my camera right before the stream because I'm so used to right is left.
Yeah.
Now like left is left and right is right. When before right was left, and it was like.
Yep. Oh yeah. No, I know how it is. Screwed yourself over just a little bit.
Yep.
We did have this other one to go over, kind of on the same lines. TradFi Systems in crypto, but this one has a lot to do on the actual legislation on these banks that are holding crypto for people. And this was very, very new. I'm really glad you sent this article, CCM, because I haven't heard it talked about anywhere. And, with the big push of, the Bitcoin ETF and these banks now coming out with the approval, Circled got a bank, XRP got a bank, Bitfund, or
when you say it like that, I picture Oprah going, "You get a bank, and you get a bank."
Oh yeah, that's basically what they did. And then we watched PayPal do the same thing, and all they're going to be a bank of is custodying people's crypto. And right after that happens, the new SEC rules let Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs legally control your private keys without the safety net you assume exist. And that's kind of worrisome. The SEC has refreshed its crypto assets FAQs, clarifying how broker dealers like Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs and others can satisfy custody and capital requirements for crypto asset securities. And addressing the framework applies to Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF activity. The update appears on Trading and Markets FAQ Index as frequently asked questions relating to crypto asset activities and distributed ledger technologies. And it was updated on December 17th, 2025. So literally last week, they decided that they were going to change things around. And that was right after they approved the banking license of a bunch of these crypto projects. And of course, it wants me to get their newsletter, but the FAQ text staff reiterates the rule 15C3-3B, possession or control, does not apply to non-security crypto held by broker dealers, keeping non-security crypto outside the customer protection rule mechanics that apply to security custodies. For crypto asset securities, staff says a broker dealer can establish control under Rule 15C3 where the instrument is not certified by using qualifying controlled locations. Staff also says this approach reduces reliance on special purpose broker dealers, safe harbor as a primary route for demonstrating control over these securities. It's a lot of technical jargon, but when it really comes down to it, it sounds a lot like what they're going to be doing is doing paper Bitcoin and paper Ethereum and a lot of these other paper assets. So you'll give them the asset and they will just keep a mark, that this is the asset that you gave me, keep track of the price, but they won't actually have control of that asset.
Right, because it, as you put it, it's paper, it won't exist. I agree. Listen, folks, I know that I'm probably preaching to the choir for everybody who's currently watching this stream, but if you're watching this on the replay, not your keys, not your coins, you get crypto, take self custody of your crypto. Now, I get it. I think BC, in one of the recent streams you and I were on, I think we were talking about, for people my age, I'm showing my gray here, it's like, it would be like, that's what they're going to go to. They're going to go to these places that they're already familiar with, the banks that they're already familiar with. And they're going to be like, I want in on this Bitcoin thing. Here, take care of that for me. And okay, not really. Okay. But, it just drives me crazy because, it's just a little bit of effort. We know with just a little bit of effort, it doesn't take much, to be in control. But unfortunately, I think that age demographic is going to be the age demographic that gets caught up in the potential cluster that might be coming because of this.
Oh yeah. Well, it's
My
like
opinion.
if we've already seen crypto exchanges like, you know, go down, screw people over in custody battles of their crypto and all of this, and we already know how banks act. Do you think banks are going to be insulated from the same kind of nonsense? No. The only caveat they're really going to have is, you know, they're like, oh, it's a little quicker for you to get your money back when we screw you over.
Right.
Yeah, but
right.
we've also seen similar things too with like Robinhood and
Yes.
I forgot the other trading platform for the stock market is like the whole GME and GameStop, you know, where they just stop the trading.
Yes.
And if you bought and they stop, guess what? You can't sell until they do whatever they want to do. And then it's like, well, and I know that's probably for more of us younger people, but I don't know.
Hey, even I use Webull. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, I see, and it's very common, you know, especially in the banking industry, for them to be like, well, we're gonna halt this real quick because we actually don't have this stuff that we said that we had for you. And that's just stocks, you know. We don't actually have the funds to back up the sale of this asset, so you can't sell the asset because that's going to cause big problems. And like, if crypto exchanges do this and banks have all been doing this forever, it just shows you that the best way to do this is just to be in charge of your own cryptocurrency, like it was always intended to be. Like crypto was supposed to be about you being your own bank. Is it a little bit of an inconvenience? Yes, but it's an inconvenience for a purpose, because anything that is convenient is less safe. Anything that is convenient is ultimately only doing yourself harm if something bad happens.
Facts. They're taking their TradFi games and they're bringing them to our decentralized nexus, and it's ruining the space. So again, you can stay out of it if you take.
I would just love to see some. I would just love to see some of the comments off that reply, not with the reply, but that headline. Well, the JPMorgan SAC, you know, having your seed phrase, because to me, like anybody in the crypto atmosphere that's been in here for maybe a month or more has probably heard not your keys, not your crypto, and get your own wallet. I mean, I'm not going to say everybody, but I feel a lot of people have heard that multiple times.
Well, it's not like, and it's also not like Goldman Sachs is the whole reason that Bitcoin exists anyway. Like that never happened, dude. They didn't cause the financial collapse in 2008. It wasn't specifically their bank that literally caused the downfall of everyone. That never happened. So we're gonna trust those guys to custody your crypto? No thanks.
Well, in fairness to them, people in general operate at a headline level with everything, whether it's the news they're reading, the mainstream media they're watching, the social media that they're looking at. So, you know, when they see like, oh, they're going to help me and they're going to take control of this for me and help me do this right, and they'll answer my questions. That's what they're thinking. That's where again, for those who are not familiar with the cryptocurrency space, I want to take a quick second to shout out Crypto Billy. Welcome, Billy. Appreciate you being here. Hashtag Givers Gain, guys. Appreciate that. And Techman's asking, what you giving away? Silver? Yes.
Yep.
Yes. But you know what? This is probably a good point to pivot back into that. I'll bring that back up on the screen. BC, go ahead, tell everybody, because BC is the reason this giveaway is happening tonight. So there we go.
Yep. So you enter XAG, the ticker for some silver in the chat, and you will be entered for an ounce of silver giveaway. And we will be doing the spinning wheel here in probably about 15 minutes. We had a few other articles to go over. So then
all right, well, let's get to it. This next one I think is going to be interesting. So maybe spawn a little bit of discussion in the chat.
Well, so I was gonna do the space one next.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. Go ahead.
Oh,
that might spawn some discussion too.
Oh yeah. Well, I felt like the recession talk goes very well with the silver giveaway.
Silver talk. Yeah.
Well, if you want to protect yourself from recession, maybe you need a little more silver in your life.
You need some assets.
Very true. Very true.
I see Chris Klein entering in that giveaway. Got you on the list there. I don't think I missed anyone.
I don't think you did.
Let's get a punching bag for BC so he can hit it as he speaks to get the aggression out. Hey. It's better that than the mic, because sometimes I'll be talking and I'll accidentally hit the mic and then I just gut out.
Yeah, didn't you do that last week and then all of a sudden we couldn't hear you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Anyway,
hey,
I'm no one to talk. I use my hands all the time, as you can see. So
it's
I feel like I'm like preferred wheel on this because sometimes I use my hands, sometimes I don't.
There you go. You can be the man in the middle. And thanks, Chris. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. All right, BC, go. Bring us into the next one here.
I got it all pulled up here. So I'm sure plenty of people have heard the rumblings about this. And Elon Musk's SpaceX kicks off a bank search for potential IPO. And Elon Musk SpaceX has reportedly kicked off a competitive process to hire investment banks ahead of a potential IPO, according to the Wall Street Journal. The space exploration company is seeking financial advisors to guide the deal, signaling growing preparations to take one of the world's most valuable private companies public. And SpaceX explores IPO. The familiar sources stated that investment banks are set to present their pitches this week. So this was dropped last week, towards the end of the week. So I'm sure most of those banks have already done their pitches now. And this is often referred to as a bake-off. This would mark a clear step for SpaceX towards its highly anticipated IPO. Last week, SpaceX informed employees on Friday that it was preparing for a possible public offering next year. In a message to staff, the company's CFO, Brett Johnson, said the company would raise a substantial amount of capital as it performs well and the market conditions are favorable. However, Johnson also cautioned that both the timing and the decision to go public remain uncertain. And this is the IPO of the decade. This is the second. This is the second largest private company in the world.
And to what is going on? I mean, that is, if you're to believe like the narrative, that's the future. Heading out into space and colonization and all this other kind of stuff. Frankly, I'm surprised it's taken this long with regard to talk of an IPO, but that's just me. Could I shout this out real quick, BC? I if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
Exactly. Crypto Billy, thank you, man. I appreciate you. Membership has its privileges. Welcome to the CCM family. Sorry, I put that together. I can't not use it there. Listen, real quick, I'll thank you first off, Billy. Appreciate you. Hashtag givers gain, guys. And just for people who are members who don't already know, members access to all the members only videos. There's a couple of members only live streams in there. One of them, that last members only live stream, shows you how to set yourself up as a business, how to have that business enshrined in a trust, and how to take some of your investments into a different trust. So make sure that you go ahead and check that out. Also, just about every week, I'm putting together a new chapter for the ebook I'm writing. Members have access to it early and the ability to help me write the book in real time. So make sure that you check that out. And there's a few other things. You get access to Telegram and all this other stuff, but I don't want to keep this thing going down the line. BC's been very kind to let me interrupt the IPO news.
Well,
Thanks, man.
This one's a two-parter. So on the news of the IPO, right afterwards, we saw this news come on out, which is extremely big. It's not only Google, but SpaceX wants AI data centers in outer space. And this is that next big thing that SpaceX was talking about. And I feel like a lot of this is why they might actually be doing the IPO. So you can't really bank on NASA to send, your data centers to space. NASA has to bank on SpaceX to rescue abandoned astronauts that were on the International Space Station. Like,
No,
this is part of why SpaceX remained private for so long. It allows them to be insulated from a lot of things.
And even with an IPO, I think there's still going to be that degree of separation, if you ask me. Mm-hmm. And obviously, if again, governments are going to just keep collapsing left and right. So, agencies like NASA, that sounds nice. And had its place back, when we went to the moon, all this other stuff. But like now, going forward, it's going to be about private entities doing the exploration for us. And I mean, my humble opinion.
Oh yeah, well, especially since NASA can't compete for anything. Like, let's see them launch a rocket and then also land that same rocket the same way that SpaceX does. They won't do it. They're not competitive. They have no reason to be. They get their money no matter what.
Yep, exactly.
So as the AI surge progresses, the most significant hurdle is unlikely to be the availability of chips or components. Instead, it will be electricity, cooling, and physical space. On our planet, data centers are facing significant challenges due to grid congestion, power shortages, water limitations, and permitting delays that can extend for years. As a response, a revolutionary concept is transitioning from theoretical frameworks to practical experimentation, relocating data centers to space. This is not merely science fiction. Orbital data centers aim to overcome the stringent physical limitations currently hindering AI infrastructure by relocating computing to a settling where power is plentiful, cooling is effortless, and scaling is unrestricted. And that's really big because, like, how cold space is. It's 0 Kelvin. How it would make it a lot more efficient to cool these massive data centers if they were in an environment like that. Not to mention, you could use solar at that point and it be extremely effective. And that's what they mean by the abundance of power. Is like you just put up some solar panels, you're getting direct sunlight that's unfiltered by our atmosphere. And it doesn't matter what time of day it is. You're always going to pick up that sunlight.
Kind of, and maybe. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but like here in Illinois, where I'm at, like they're trying to build like 160 to 250, 300 acre data centers. Now, I mean, okay, yes, in space, you could take that, say 200 acres, put that into a cube, length times height times width, length times width times height, and it's a quarter of the size. But how much power are you going to use? And a data center needs internet. How fast is the internet from land up to a satellite to the data center, back to a satellite, back to land?
Quicker than you think, sir. Now that we have the technology we do, I mean, so you can get Starlink, and it's just as quick as having fiber optic internet. So it's a lot quicker than it.
Yeah, but isn't there still the latency though? Because I know the speeds are fast, but I think it's the latency issue is normally what you get with the long distance travels.
I mean, yeah, not when you're moving, but like not when you're moving at light speeds. There's not really a latency. They're talking about like the milliseconds, like less than a millisecond. Like it wouldn't be significant enough for it to really matter.
Yeah, I would have to believe that would be the case. I mean, I'm no tech engineer or whatever, but it makes sense to me. I mean, they do very much similar things currently, and it's only going to get better.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like a lot of that is beamed with light, and so
yes.
Your only restrictions that now are going to be the speeds of which your devices can actually receive the signal.
Yep.
Oh, that's that next big point. So space is a really effective spot to put a lot of these things, especially since they're big and they're bulky. They have massive power needs. The only way you're going to meet those power needs down on the ground is the route that we've been taking recently, and that's nuclear energy. But you don't need nuclear energy in space if you can just get untapped solar power.
I was going to say, if you can actually effectively harness solar. Yeah.
In space, okay, hypothetically, you have 24-hour sun, 24-hour solar uninterrupted. But if your data center is pulling 10 megawatts, how big is your solar going to be?
What does it matter?
Uninterrupted 24/7 sun, but I mean, how big is that area going to be of solar panels to produce 10 megawatts 24/7, 365?
But what does it matter? It's in space. Like, what does the space matter? It's in space, Badel. That's the point. It doesn't matter how much space it takes up. Space has nothing but space.
Well, yeah, but you put 5,000 of these AI data centers in space, right?
I mean, you wouldn't even need that many if you're talking about building a super data center.
I mean, I just look at this kind of like as a long picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly, we went to the moon back in late 60s, early 70s. Mm-hmm. We have launched how many rockets, how many satellites, how much space junk is already up in the atmosphere. And we're going to launch more, right? So we're adding to the space junk. Granted, the new stuff is not junk, but we keep throwing everything out into space because it's space. It's unlimited, But at what point do we restrict ourselves from getting back to the moon or going to Mars or going to Jupiter or Venus? You know what I mean? Like, because now somebody's going to have to keep track of all this information just so we can get a timeline and a perfect 1 minute window to launch this rocket through all this space junk and we're just talking about us Americans. I mean, look at the Chinese.
It would take a lot more than
that are throwing.
It would take a lot more than you actually think. So it would take a whole lot more of the space junk than you would actually think. It's very, very spread out. Because when you see the dots of like Starlink up in the sky when they're going across, you're talking about those are thousands of miles apart. Thousands of miles apart. And there's nothing in between there. We've launched a lot of satellites, but we've also, a lot of those satellites, because anything in orbit is slowly getting pulled back to the Earth. A lot of we replaced those satellites with better technology, and we now consolidate what was 10 satellites into one satellite. So like there's not as much as you really think, and a lot of these come back to earth. We replace them with newer ones, things like that.
Yep. I want to give a couple quick shout outs. Jesse has jumped on in here, as has Curtis Hill. Appreciate both of you guys jumping on in here. And speaking of Curtis, he's saying some new power. They see space as a place to test it safely.
Oh, and
Makes
there's
sense.
that too.
Yeah, and not for nothing, like to what Badel was saying, it's like I gotta believe that even if they're gonna primarily power things with solar, why would they not have some kind of a portable nuclear backup or something like that? I mean, come on, it only makes sense.
Oh yeah, because I mean, it would. He is right. It would take a whole lot of solar panels to get yourself 10 mega, like the power demand of like 10 million megawatts or something like that. If we're gonna have a massive space data center, and you could feasibly get that all through solar, but you could also supplement this with the nuclear and things like that, where nuclear could take a massive amount of that load, and it also wouldn't be having to be on the power grid, which is now also powering homes and things like that. It makes you very insular from having to disrupt things that we're already struggling to do here on the ground, where our power systems aren't infallible, as we've seen in Texas during the winters and in California every single summer.
The entire grid is not. Yeah. That's why it's one of the infrastructure problem point. I'm just saying,
Well, especially on top of the fact that we're in an energy crisis.
Right. I'm bringing this back up, BC, because we're almost there. So I figured one more time for people who haven't already entered.
So XAG in the chat, and we will get you entered for an ounce of silver giveaway. I will bring up the Recession article to give y'all some time to enter that XAG in the chat. And then we will do the giveaway after we talk about the recession risks per state. And here we've got a little graph talking about each of the separate states and the risk of recession or already being in recession. So you get some of this darker red, it's high risk or in recession. And you have treading water, all the orange states. You have like California, New York, Nevada, Colorado, New Mexico. There's a decent amount of the country that is seeing some economic expansion right now. But when you have the rest of your country really, really struggling like it is, where over half of the country right now is either in deep recession risks or barely treading water, that's going to impact all of these states that actually have an expanding economy right now.
There you go.
So
I got to say, I was surprised by California and New York. I expected them to be worse. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. Like Billy saying +1 South Carolina. Yep, it's doing great. My state's also doing pretty well. We're green. Badel's unfortunately is not. I
didn't even see the article. I just assumed that my state was in the top 5, maybe the top 10, and it seems to be pretty close in the top 10.
Oh yeah, and then you're over here, right? CCM.
Oh yeah, I'm in New England. I'm in the red zone.
Yep. Yeah. So in over half the country right now, and it's kind of worrisome. On top of all the other things that we've been seeing on the economy side, where jobs are doing incredibly bad. Hey, we got an Oklahoma boy in the house. That's where I'm originally from. But we're seeing a lot of worrisome signs. Not just talk about states having the recessions, but like close to more of like a global recession. And it's because it's not just America that's having problems with their jobs. this is a global problem. And China's in the same boat. Most of the EU's in the same boat.
Yep.
You've got
Yep.
Australia's getting hit real bad as well. Africa's kind of insulated from it a little bit, depending on what country you're in. But a lot of South America is been in recession. So it's kind of at a tipping point here where we're going to see a global recession.
Yeah, the red is gonna spread. It's that simple.
Oh yeah,
yeah, it's that simple.
And not the good red.
yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly. Oh man.
I'll be right back in just 1 minute.
Yeah, go do what you gotta do, brother. We got you. We're gonna be getting the last of the XAGs in the chat, right, guys? Come on, XAGs in the chat because man. You want a chance to win some silver. That's the way you got to do it. Yeah, BC always brings the alpha there, Billy. I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter where he's at, if it's Piper Academy or if he's here. He absolutely does. Yes, mining stocks, you're solid with that one there, bud. Absolutely solid. Oh man. And Dave is saying, I believe we're in a recession and headed for stagflation.
Mm-hmm. And this is part of what me and Piper have both talked about on Piper Academy. It's not just the fact of recession, but on top of that, the stagflation that could be coming from that, because your jobs are in an absolute shit show. That's literally the only way to really say it. And your inflation has been nowhere close to their 2% target in over 5 years, and that doesn't get talked about at all. Right. Nobody's like, oh yeah, inflation's been over 2% for 5 years since before COVID.
Yep.
And that's we've been raising interest rates, cutting interest rates, raising them again, cutting them again globally. And this is why globally you have seen some of the worst things all combined together, because as the job cuts are happening, you have your inflation really running a little more rampant in certain sectors, whereas in core inflation's fine. It came down a little bit, but your non-core inflation, which actually has your volatile things that actually impact people the most, it didn't move at all. It's 2.9%, which is 1% off of their target.
Yep. And mining stocks hits it on the head. I mean, I put out a short clip about this maybe this past week. I think I just put it out. Basically, this new all-time highs with silver, new all-time highs with gold. It is the proverbial canary in the coal mine going, yo, you about to die. And that's that. And yeah, safe haven investments, absolutely. And Billy hitting on a point we discussed, I think last week, didn't we? BC, AI just starting with regard to taking jobs in, and you're right. The next 24 months, we're going to start to see, I think, more and more of that transition.
Oh yeah. And so like me and LBC had the discussion the other week about AI taking jobs. And he's like, I don't think it's actually AI, taking the jobs right now. I'm like, in a sense, no, because these people's jobs aren't directly being replaced by, say, an AI agent. But if I can replace Karen over in HR, pick up a little more slack, use the AI to help me out with some of the slack that I'm picking up, and also at the same time use the entire salary that I was just paying Karen to invest in making the AI better that's going to replace her, it's a win-win-win.
It's like that. Double thumbs, baby. Double thumbs. And shout out to Shuby. Shuby's here. Sorry.
Shuby Buckets in the chat.
That's right.
And
Shuby Buckets, baby.
And that's what people mean when they're saying these jobs are being replaced by AI. It's not the AI isn't doing the job right this second, but the AI will be doing the job in 2 years. And in the meantime, I can get rid of her, use all that money that I would have been paying her to help make the AI that is going to replace her better, save out on money, and use the AI to make my job easier.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Facts.
I mean, there's a lot of jobs that AI will replace the next few years.
Oh yeah. Oh, the white collar jobs. Hi.
Yep.
A lot of them
Sales,
just gone.
I mean, some sales, but like marketing, advertisement, website design, a lot of those in that same demographic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
2
It's
years.
so funny you say that.
done.
I was literally using AI today to help me revamp some of my website. That's so funny you were saying that. That's boom.
It's been months since I used Chat GPT, but it wrote a little summary for me that I'm putting in my court paperwork.
There you go. You know, I mean, it technically ChatGPT passed the bar years ago. So
yeah, right.
I mean, I did change a few words and edited a little bit, but out of 100 words, I think I changed like 4 or 5.
Yeah,
and that's it. I wanted it to sound a little bit more like me and not from a computer, but I could have just copied and pasted it and just sent it, and I'm sure that'd be fine. But no, I want to be a little bit more personal.
The more you use the AI, the more it'll be able to sound like you, because it'll know how you talk and things like that. So
it's only generated images for me. What 6-8 months ago when you first heard me on the Chat GPT, I was in love with it for like a week for creating images, and I was like, you know what, I got it. Let me see what it can write for a paragraph, and it took like, I think I did like try again twice. I was like, okay, that's fine. Changed a few words. That's it.
Yep. Yeah, it is definitely getting better and better and better and better. Man, I appreciate the active chat. Chat is on fire. Appreciate you guys. And Dave saying, "Hey, I ain't gonna replace the." Well, it depends what your view is, you know, and you know, it really does, and whatever. I mean, learning how to leverage AI is, in my opinion, the way to go in the immediate term. How do you leverage it? Because you can. Anyway. All right, BC, you lead the road here, bud, because you got a giveaway coming up here. So
yep, I am making sure that I got everyone that put XAG on the list. I did miss one. There we go. Got Jesse Gluck on the list there. I think that was the last one that I didn't get. So XAG, we got them all, and we will get this giveaway going. So
all right.
Let's see, full screen. There it is. All right, and here we go. Let's see who that winner of an ounce of silver is.
Winner. Who is it?
Woo! It is Chris Klein. There we go. Yep, Chris Klein. I'm sure you're in one of the Discords. If you're not in the Discords, I think my X is linked in the description as well. So you can shoot me a message on either X or Discord, one of those, and we will get that all set for you. So
that's awesome. Congratulations. There you go. See, he's excited. Hey, man, he's here all the time, always supporting. I appreciate him. Appreciate all of that. And here you go. Winner. Yes, all the congratulations pouring in. Absolutely.
Yeah, our silver's in an all-time high too. So
yep.
I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon. So you don't got to worry about the fact that it's at all-time highs.
Yep.
You know, I've actually watched a couple videos, read some articles about a lot of like pawn shops, and people are not buying gold. Well, I'm not going to say gold, but mainly silver at this point, because they feel that they're spending so much money on silver at its all-time high right now that when it drops, that they're putting their business at risk because they're putting all their capital into silver, maybe a little gold or whatever. But, you know, I mean, if silver crashes, say 25%, that's 25% of their business, like, worth.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, and I mean, it really just depends on how hard they start printing money.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the thing. If they start printing money like crazy, then it's not going to matter. Silver's not going to go down in price, because that's the thing. Is when who said it? Mining stocks said it. I believe. Where is it? Safe haven investments, and that's why gold and silver are going up. Gold and silver do an accounting of your fiat dollar system.
Facts.
So the more money they print is just the more value that is in your gold and silver, because they're increasing the money supply, and all gold and silver are doing is keeping an account of how much money is in the system.
Yep. Facts.
So they're debasing the dollar, and that's making gold and silver more valuable. And that's the reason it goes up.
Sorry, I'm being a little quiet because I'm trying to set up at redirect for send everybody over to Ray JR.
Woot,
He's
woot.
live. Yeah.
I was gonna ask you. Well, I thought I was gonna message him on Discord, be like, "Hey, got a link I can send CCM?"
Yeah, I'm putting it in. I've got it. I'm putting it in as we speak. So I just need another minute to get it all set up.
Sounds good.
I mean, David Brumbelow brings up a good point here, where it's like silver has been artificially held down for far too long, and the demand for it has gone through the roof. It's in every electronic and electrical, and same thing with gold. Like gold was the price was suppressed for a long time as well, and it's been used in electronics and computers. Like any CPU has gold on it, all of them. And that's what they use as connectors. And that's just the smallest part in there. And they have artificially been keeping that price down so that they weren't having to spend a lot of money. But you can only do that for so long while you're screwing up the fiat system.
Well, yeah, exactly. You're just playing what's that with the thing where you're trying to find the ball and they're moving it all around. That's all you're doing.
Yeah, you can only do the shuffle for so long.
Shuffle, that's it. Yeah. That thing. Oh man. I don't know, guys. I think we had a heck of a stream here to round out 2025 and a giveaway to boot. Oh yeah, there you go. Nice. That's some good gains right there. Yep.
Oh yeah. See, and I got a buddy that's kicking themselves because I was like, hey, you might want to buy some silver. And this is when silver was at $27, and he had last bought silver at 17. It's like, it's too high right now. I'm gonna wait for it to go down. I'm like, it's not gonna go down. He's like, no, it'll go down. I'm like, more power to you, bud.
Exactly.
You do you.
Whatever. You do you. Wait, where is it? Hold on. I gotta find it right here.
Yeah. You do you, but this is what I pay attention to for a living. And I'm telling you, silver's not going to go back down. And a year later, I was extremely right. So, shoulda, coulda, woulda, but
isn't that always the way though? The shoulda, coulda, woulda. That's always the way, man. Always the way. Oh man, hey, while I got the chance, I want to say Merry Christmas to you guys. I know I'm not gonna see much of you this week with everything going on. I hope you have a great week with the family and the kids and this and that. I really do. And to everybody that's here tonight watching, same to you. Merry Christmas. I hope the holidays are great for you.
Yep. I hope everyone has an amazing holiday. Spend time with your family. Let them know that they are appreciated, that they are loved. Yep. Reach out to those people that you can't be around this holiday season if you can't be around them, and let them know that they are on your mind, because the holidays can be a little bit of a rough time for those that can't be around family. So
facts.
Do your part.
Yep. Exactly. Facts, man. It's what it's all about. this couple of weeks that's coming up right here, we basically get a long weekend 2 weeks in a row. I mean, when you think about it, right? You got Christmas Eve on Wednesday, and then boom, the holiday. So a lot of people probably got Friday off and right into the weekend, and the same thing the following week, man. Woo! Take it. Is there anything that you guys got going on your channels or anything that you need to throw out so people know? BC, anything with Piper Academy, people need to know, anything like that?
I will be live tomorrow morning. I got really, really bad sleep last night, so I slept in this morning. But I'll be live tomorrow morning, and then that'll be the last live stream for a while. Same with Counter This. We'll take a 2-week break, and then we'll start dropping static videos during the week so we can pick up some more viewership, because the weekends are more family time, and we wanted to find a better period, a better time to kind of drop that, because it's really hard to interact with the people in the chat when we're having a discussion like that.
Sure.
So
no, I get it.
2026, we'll be discussing WEF, World Economic Forum, stakeholder capitalism, a little bit of the correlation to the French Revolution and our current economic state. So big, deep episode.
Nice. Very good. I'm looking forward to that. I love Counter This. It's great. I don't always get to catch it live, but I always catch it on the replay, if nothing else. And
I do notice we get a lot of views after
the fact.
Yeah. So that's why we thought about just dropping it static.
Well, and that's, you hit the nail on the head, BC, because, people are doing family crap on the weekend, assuming you don't have to work. Some of us, always work the weekends, but anyway, you know what I mean? But if not, it's family stuff. But right here, what Billy's saying, man, it sounds great. The space that's going to be tomorrow. Last year, Randy reading the first book was awesome. So it's good to see that's going to be happening. And 7 p.m. tomorrow, Billy, Eastern, instead of 7 p.m. Just confirming. Randy reading on Billy Goattail's channel, Tricky Wolf, Wise Boy, 2nd annual reading. Okay. Excellent. And thank you to Jesse dropping the link right in there. So guys, make sure that you're checking them out. Billy Goattails is live every Tuesday on X. So yes, okay, he's confirming 7 p.m. Eastern time. PM. Thank you, Billy. Just wanted to confirm that. Appreciate that. Badel, anything from you that you want to throw out there before we wrap this thing up?
I just want to say thank you to everybody for everything, but I don't know, soon I may just take a hiatus from Mondays and Fridays for a little while.
Okay. We get it, man. Believe me, we do.
I've got personal shit I got to deal with.
Yep. Fair enough. We get it, man. You got to do what you got to do. And yeah, God bless, Billy. I appreciate you, man. You have no idea. All right. For me, guys, I'm going to be dropping a lot of videos. There will be again, just to remind everybody, no Crypto on the Rocks this Friday or next Friday. I do have a best of kind of thing coming out at that time slot. And tomorrow night, Crypto Jar, he took the week out with his family. So tomorrow night, we're doing a best of for Matrix Money podcast during that time slot. I'm going to try and I'm doing it as a premiere so I can try and be live in the chat. Although my daughter's already trying to get me to do some things during that time slot. So we'll see how that goes. We're gonna try. But all right, guys, I say we dance out of here and go raid JR's stream. What do you say?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, fair enough. All right, everybody, we'll see you back soon. Watch for the notices. We'll be back with HODL the Line. All right, take care, guys.
Have a good New Year, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, fingers frozen, call it ice on my grip. Wallet getting heavy, yeah, it's making me trip. Charts doing backflips, but I'm steady, don't slip. Never fall, got a diamond script, no eclipse. Wolves in the market, they circle and pray. I'm a bull on parade, charging every payday. Paper hands crumble, they just fade away. I'm stacking sats, building castles where I stay. Diamond hands, I ain't letting it go. Stacking up, yeah, I'm watching it grow. Riding waves, yeah, I'm surfing the flow. Up and down, but my faith never low. Diamond hands, yeah, they gleam and they shine. Through the storm, I just hold the line.